My guest today is Dr. Alan Ellman. He's the founder of thebluecollarinvestor.com. And Alan, why did you start this website?
It kind of happened, Tim. One day I was doing actually a real estate seminar of all things, and I was talking about some deals I had done down in Austin, Texas. And I just happened to mention that I purchased my first investment property with the cash that I earned from selling stock options. And after the presentation, I was so surprised. I was inundated with questions about how I did that stock thing. And so I kept getting emails and phone calls. So ultimately I said to my wife, Linda, maybe I should write a seminar on how I do this. So I wrote a seminar, and then the floodgates opened up. I was getting so many people interested, and eventually I wrote my first book, Cashing In on Covered Calls. And 3 months after I wrote that, it became #1 on Amazon.com on the subject of covered calls. And since then I've written 2 more books and produced a DVD program. So basically what it is, I'm filling in a void for average retail investors that weren't trained by our education system as to how to invest in the stock and options market. And I explain things in a way that they can understand, hence the name Blue Collar Investor.
If someone goes to your site, I've been there many times, you've got great articles, and you really do explain it in plain English, which is not easy. Some options strategies can get a little complicated, and yet you break it down well.
Yeah, well, I use a lot of analogies. I'm a big baseball fan, so I use a lot of baseball analogies. But everything I explain in a way that I would want to learn it if I was just starting out. And this seems to have struck a chord with so many investors throughout the world. I have thousands and thousands of people that have written to me thanking me for filling in a void that they didn't have when they were in school. And now all of a sudden they're using terms like MACD histogram and exponential moving average and in the money and things they never even knew about before. And it's very exciting for them, and to tell you the truth, it is for me as well.
I can tell you're passionate about it, and that comes through in all of the lessons that you teach, and you're teaching workshops here at the Expo as well. What are you talking about at the Expo?
Well, I'm going to basically talk about the covered call strategy, and I'm going to address it to also beginners as well as more sophisticated investors. So there's going to be something in it for everybody. So we're going to go through the basics, and then we're going to talk about some more esoteric strategies that will take those investors that are already using the strategy from a profit level over here, and my hope is that the principles I bring in today will bring their profit levels up even higher. So something for everybody, I hope.
Alan, thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
You're watching the MoneyShow.com video network.